Welcome back to part 8 of Alone in the Dark. We're going to pick right up with Edward, walk straight ahead, and grab the shotgun off the wall. We already got all of the lanyards we needed to get that shotgun with Emily. So Edward just gets it for free, which is really nice. Use your palette knife to unwedge the door. Walk up to this table and grab the Barlow lens clue. On the other side of the table is the cellar key. And then there's some shotgun shells in the box underneath this little table by the window. Make sure to grab those since we need as many shotgun shells as we can get. And when we leave this room, we want to head back into the library. When we try to exit to where the servant stairs is, we're going to get another one of those weird marshy scenes. We'll have to defeat 2 enemies in here in order to unlock the door and get out. They're being a little bit more aggressive than usual, and my aim is so off. It's pretty terrible. But they're not too difficult. Just get rid of them so that we can get out of here. A couple items to pick up if you like. There should be shotgun shells right there. And of course I picked up another pickaxe. I hate the pickaxe. It doesn't have enough length to it. Once we exit, we want to go underneath those servant stairs down to the basement. We'll stop off at the boiler room. And here we can pick up the pieces of plate clue before heading over to unlock the cellar door.
It's another plate for the talisman. Like the other one, it's broken and missing some pieces.
So when we exit out, go to the right. And then the left. Open up this gate. And we have the key for the next gate. We can open that up. And we'll again have to do the electricity puzzle thing. When you go in, turn right, and on the wine rack, we'll find the switch. We can walk over to this electrical box here, place the switch, and then it'll turn the power off so that we're able to access the area where the electricity was live. We can grab the valve handle and head back to the boiler room to use it to turn off the steam so that we can get around it. There is an enemy here, but I am just going to run right past him because once we get the animation of turning the valve, that enemy can't do anything. So just run around and interact with the man that looks like Jeremy sitting on the floor. And once we get that cutscene, the enemy will go away. He'll just despawn. So we don't have to bother with him at all. Don't forget to pick up the piece of broken plate on the floor. And when we leave out of this room, I'm going to grab the shovel just because I don't like the pickaxe. The shovel is a little bit stronger and has a little more length to it, so you don't have to be so up close to the enemy. From here, we're going to exit and go up the servant stairs. Go around and up the servant stairs again. And the door on the left, we will use the palette knife to unwedge the door.
It worked.
And this brings us to that short hall that is right outside of the mezzanine, which is above the grand parlor. So when we come through here, we're going to get a cutscene as Edward that we did not get with Emily. However, I am going to skip it. But once that's done, walk up to Emily and speak to her 3 times. This is going to add to our Chatterbox trophy.
Anyway.
Am I bothering you?
On the contrary, Detective, I enjoy watching professionals at work.
Well, I better get going.
Bye now, Detective. Don't take any wooden nickels.
once you've finished chatting with Ruth, you can collect any items that you like around here. You can open up those double doors that lead to the circular stairs. Here I'm just checking the map. Trying to remember where I need to go probably. We're going to go down the circular stairs and through the double doors to enter the Great Hall. The medicine box key is on the piano, but we don't need it. We don't need to use it or do anything with it because we already know the answer to the lock for that. Go through the double doors when you enter that Great Hall. Go to the left, open the double doors into the dining room, and we'll find the evil clue inside the fireplace. Turn left and unlock this door. That's going to take us back to the servant stairs. We don't need to go that way. We just wanted to unlock the door. You can come back through here. Check any boxes that you like for ammunition or health. These doors here are locked, so we can't pass that way. We're going to go back to the circular stairs and up. Back through the double doors to the mezzanine. If you had not picked it up already, here you would be able to come back as Edward and you would pick up a lanyard there. It's the same lanyard that you get as Emily. After speaking with Ruth, Emily leaves the room and comes back. Ruth is gone, but she left her book. So you would find that book there if you didn't get it with Emily. Now from there we want to head over to the sitting room, which is right near where the clock puzzle was. Use the key to unlock the door, and we are going to go inside of Grace's room.
This must be that
On her desk is
Don't
the
you worry,
small
Grace.
request
Go
clue.
kid's room.
And again, you have the Jack-in-the-Box in the
She
corner.
seems so familiar.
For some reason, you can pick up this lanyard, even though we already got it as Emily. It's the same with the Alone in the Dark book that you find in the safe when you unlock it early at the beginning. You get it twice. It doesn't really do anything. I'm just unsure as to why these are, you're able to collect them with both characters in the same playthrough, but all the other ones you're not. So here we're going to come into Cassandra's room. Grace is there, and you're going to
Miss
speak to her
Beauregard,
just a little
I
bit.
picked up your medicine.
Grab the Your Medicine clue off of the desk. You don't actually have a choice about speaking with Grace. She leaves during the cutscene, so
It's another
you
one of
can't
those
speak to
strange
her
padlocks.
again. Here, we don't need to use the medicine key. We can just go ahead and input Pisces, Gemini, and Leo into this box because we've already figured it out. And there we get the second piece of
It's another
broken
piece of
plate.
broken plate.
Here I didn't, I cut it out the recording, but I actually did go and open up the medicine box
What?
just to get rid of that key, and that's why I'm able to put those bottles there. But you don't need to complete that puzzle in order to open up the lock. So from here, we're going to
There's
exit
something
out
missing.
and head back to the boiler room to go ahead and complete that that puzzle with the plates. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like when you compare Emily and Edward both running at their fullest speed, which isn't very speedy at all, Emily seems to go a little bit faster than Edward. Not that it really matters. But anyway, we're going to come into this boiler room, place our 2 pieces of plate, and then we're going to do the puzzle. I'm going to go through it again because it is exactly the same as Emily's. Go to the top and take the first piece you can interact with on the left and move it to the bottom row to the right piece that you can interact with. The second row, second piece, is going to be moved to the third row, the third piece. The second row, fourth piece, is going to be moved to the third row, first piece, and you can spin these if you like to make them fit. The second row, third piece is going to be moved to the third row, second piece. Then the second row, third piece will be moved to the third row, third piece. Then we want to go to the first row, and the piece on the right that you can interact with on the top, we want to move that down to the third row, fourth piece. Then we want to go to the second row, first piece, and move that down to the fourth row, the piece on the left. And here you'll just have to spin these plates to where they fit. All the outer ones, just put the edge around the outside. And then in the middle, the four pieces, make it look like sun rays on a farm. And with that, the puzzle is complete. And we can use the pressure gauge to fill in the talisman with the numbers 9, 7, 5. And once that's done, again, it shows you where you need to go. We already know. We're going to go out of the boiler room to the right, follow the candlelit hallway, and we'll end up in the graveyard. So this graveyard section is pretty quick and painless. We're going to run straight through this area, go to the left, and up the stairs. Here, if you go to the left, you'll find the statue with the emblem on it, the blessing. And we're going to use that on the door to proceed. You'll line up the golden little arches at the bottom. Just move them to where they fit in with the golden spots on the outside. As we come through here, there will be an enemy that bursts out from the right. And it looks like he got stuck in that crypt, which is kind of awesome for us. We can just take him out while he's stuck in there and take no damage. So that's pretty great. We come up here, you see the door where we'll need to input the 3 emblems, pass it by, and go through the crack in the wall on the left. There, again, on this side, there is some ammunition. Turn around. Follow this path. This leads us to where there is flooding. And you can see that enemy is coming this way, but we're going to start creeping and just stay very far away from him. The last time when we played as Emily, we didn't time it very well, so we ended up having to fight the enemy. But here we won't have to. We can just continue creeping along once we exit the flooded area, and he won't follow us. Continue sneaking up the stairs to the right, and you don't want to go straight. You can see there's an enemy hanging out there at that crypt. We want to take the left path. Continue creeping along. Just follow this path. Make sure not to run or walk, just creep. And eventually we're going to come to the main area where there are 2 really large crypts in the middle. And we'll see this enemy that just goes around and around the crypts on a set path. He walks all janky and weird. So we're just going to wait for him to pass by, creep right past him, and head for the crack in the wall there, where we can shimmy on through to get to the next section of the graveyard. From here, we don't have to creep anymore. We can just walk through, open up this gate, and we're going to go to the left-hand crypt. Again, in here, there is an enemy on the stairs. Don't let him surprise you. See, here he comes, and we can... This is why I baited him up to the top the last time, because you tend to take more damage on the stairs because it's so narrow. I should have baited him, but I'm kind of in a hurry. Keep following the path to the statue where we can grab the next emblem, which is the omen. From here, we want to turn around and go to the right. Follow this path all the way around. It's going to take us to some stairs, which is going to bring us back out to that area we entered where the statue is. The crypt on the right, you'll have an enemy burst out of it. Use whatever you like to get rid of him, and there will be another enemy that runs through as well. You can shoot them, melee them, throw opportunities at them. It's completely up to you. And here, this is the first time I've ever been grabbed by an enemy, and this is my 4th playthrough at this point. But it's not hard. It's just a quick time event to get out of his grasp. So take care of these guys, and once they are dead, the fire will die down to where we can pass through into the crypt that the enemy burst out of. Go inside and climb down the ladder. And down here, we're going to follow the path and find a door that we can use those 2 emblems on. You want to put the omen in first, followed by the blessing, and move them around to where the M's match up with the golden dots that are already on the door. Here it's going to open for us, and this is the section that we're going to just run straight through. Remember to follow the lights. When you start seeing lights that are on the wall, they're going to direct you in the correct direction to go. So just keep on running. Don't stop and fight any enemies at all. Just dodge through them. If you take a couple of hits, it's no big deal. This is usually the only section that's kind of hard to not get hit. Continue through, and I'm pretty sure that the walls collapse behind us, so I don't think those enemies can actually follow us. But as we make our way to the end, we'll find the final statue that holds the sacrifice emblem. And when we exit out here, remember to the left, if you forgot about it, you can shimmy through that wall on the left and grab a lanyap. I believe that one is the sheet music. Otherwise, just climb up and out of this hole and run forward.
Thank God that's over.
And around the other side of the building that's directly in front of us, I guess it's some kind of a chapel. Here we can do the puzzle with the 3 emblems to open the door. So first, we want to put in the sacrifice, next the blessing, and finally the omen. And these, the M's, they all have to point toward the middle, to where they make circles with each other. And that's going to open up this door for us. And we'll get a cutscene.
I've seen so many
When we finish that
occurrences
cutscene, we get the My Everything clue as well as the luggage key. You can interact with the woman on the bed if you like.
How she died, she looks peaceful now.
But from here, we need to leave this room and go to the right and head straight to Jeremy's room to use that luggage key. If you remember, we're going to find the Barlow lens inside of his trunk there. And this lens has to be used over in that small room near the library. So we're going to take this little hallway here. This leads us to the servant stairs, which come out directly in front of the library. So go in here, head through the double brown doors, turn left and go through the single brown door. And on the right is the telescope. We can attach the lens to it And you'll want to use the right stick only to adjust and focus up and down, left and right. I think left and right makes the picture clearer. The up and down zooms in or out. You'll have to play with it just a little bit to figure out where that star is, because remember, we're looking for a star that's not there, and you have to toy with it just a little until the star appears. It's kind of like on the right side. See, there it is. Just get it back on there clearly to where we can see it, and it will automatically give you this scene here. And then we'll be transported to another place with this wall puzzle. So again, we want to take the middle piece and move it to the middle left. Then we want to take the bottom right piece and move it to the bottom left. Then take the middle right piece and move it to the upper left. The upper middle piece needs to move to the middle. The middle right piece has to move to the upper middle. The upper right piece has to move to the middle right. And here you get the code 947, which will automatically be input into your talisman, so you don't actually have to do anything.
What's going on? It's dialing in something all on its own, and it's showing the way to another memory? Where is that?
And once this is completed, we need to head over to the dining room. So once we're back in Derceto, we can exit this room. Head through the double doors on the right. Exit out of the library. Go around the servant stairs at the bottom. And that door there is going to bring us straight into the dining room. And when you approach the double doors, you'll see that there is a golden light coming from there. This tells you this is where you need to go. And we've officially finished chapter 2, thank goodness. Here you can skip the cutscene, but once it's finished, be sure to speak to Juan 3 times.
You have any advice on how to deal with the Dark Man?
I suppose suppression could work. Try not to pay him any attention.
I know you said Jeremy's never been here, but does this place exist in real life?
I think it's supposed to be Mexico. But I am not certain of Tarahuella's origin.
Well, good to meet you, Juan. I'm going in.
May the gods be with you, Edward de Vilban.
Once you've completed that dialogue with Juan, turn around and head into the Great Library. Here you'll have to drop down. We'll turn right and follow the path. And eventually we'll get into the Great Library. As you go through this section right here, there will be a spot where you lose control for just a few seconds. I guess Edward is just in awe. But once you get control of him again, head toward the stairs and go up and to the right. Go around this knocked over shelf. Continue around. And toward the middle, there is the Great Library clue. You can grab that. And then continue going around to the stairs on the right. Go up. There's a crack on the wall to the left if you want to go and grab the lanyap there if you missed it. Otherwise, keep going around and grab the Key of Hubertus. And again, we're going to get the cutscene where the Dark Man appears. and he's trying to get whatever is inside of that cage, I believe. So as soon as you have control of Edward, turn around, place the key inside of this pillar. It'll drop the ladder down, and you want to climb down this ladder. Once you get to the bottom, go to the left, and I waited with Emily here for him to pass by. We don't want to run straight into him because touching him takes our health down. So try to stay away. See how fast my health went down there? I got a little bit too close to him. It drops down really fast. So be careful. Don't rush too much like I did. Come around, use the key inside of this pillar to drop down this ladder, and we can climb up. As we come up, you'll see the dark man's going to walk right there, and he's going to stop and look at the books on the wall to the left. So just continue on past him. Come into this room and immediately turn around and get out of there, because he appears in the room that we need to go to. So just stay here and wait for him to pass by. He's eventually going to start walking away. Then we want to run in and to the left. Use the key in this pillar to bring a ladder down, which we will climb up. Once we get up to this level, run through this area with the desks, and to the right we'll open up these double doors and the dark man will be gone for now. Continue going forward toward the stairs at the back of the room. Climb them and cross over to the opposite side. And then run around to get to the cage in the middle of the room. Use the key on the pillar. And here we can interact with the book that's in here. You can skip the cutscene. And then we'll see a small cutscene with Ruth in the bar.
Well, thank God you're here.
You can also
Detective.
skip this cutscene. And then we end up in New Orleans. You get the matchbook lanyap, which we already have. You also would normally get the Dark Man Enters clue, but we already have that as well. I don't know why you get the matchbook and not the clue. It doesn't really make any sense. Anyway, we want to head over to the right. Here you're going to see me totally botch that. The enemy kept on walking, and I tried to throw an opportunity at him, and it did not work out well for me. So now I think he's hiding somewhere. I don't know where he went, but I'm afraid he's right around these sacks, whatever they are, grain, oysters. I'm not sure. If we go just a little bit forward, that enemy will burst out. I botched that again. So just kill this enemy with your pistol. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. And we can go inside of this building and grab the dock map. It's a clue, which we already, yes, we already got that with Emily, but... And then we'll just get away from these enemies. They don't really matter. Come around the trucks and go to the very back of the building. Climb up these little steps and then climb the ladder. The enemies are going to follow us, but it doesn't matter because we're up here and they can't get us. Drop down through the hole in the roof. See, that guy, he did get me a little bit. He threw up on me. So come around this corner and grab the key off of the wall near the door. And then you can unlock the door and exit. Here, we're going to go around, see the back of the truck. We're going to go around it to the right. And then we get to the front of the truck. We don't need to go to the left this time. We already got that lanyap over there with Emily. So we can just go straight to the right. And here we can use the key to move the crane, which will allow us to enter the sewer. If you remember, once we move that crane, it's going to allow several enemies to come up the stairs at us. So you can grab an opportunity if you like and try to firebomb them. There's another one here that you can grab and throw. And looks like I had one enemy I had to waste a bullet on. Wait here. It is dangerous to pass through the fire. It can burn you and take your health down. Go down the stairs through the tunnel on the right. Go forward into the right a little and duck down through this pipe. In here, we're going to go straight ahead. We don't need to go to the right. It's just a dead end with an enemy in it. So at the first junction, we want to take a right. And remember, there will be an enemy that's going to pop out at the end of this tunnel on the right. We're just going to take him out, which is so much faster. I should have done that with Emily. Continue through this tunnel and climb up the ladder at the end. This is going to take us inside of the warehouse.
All right. Made it inside the
Once you get inside, you can collect any items that you like all along this bottom floor. Go up the stairs and make your way around the top of this building. Here, I think I'm just looking for ammunition, but I'm not sure that there's any at the top. Go into this office area and pick up your Tommy gun on the left.
Hey, I always wanted to try one of these.
Also, next to the weapon, we get the all his things clue. And then on the table to the right is some ammunition. Then over by the safe, we have the code 454 to open it, which is, it's very obscure. But once you open the safe, you get the cargo manifest clue.
Here we go. The address where Jeremy first encountered the Dark Man.
And once you've gotten that, you can exit out. Work your way around and go back down the stairs. Just like the last time, I'm going to grab this Molotov and take it downstairs with me because it's too convenient to be able to burn all of these enemies. I know it takes a couple of seconds to slowly walk down the stairs holding this thing, but it really is useful because once the enemies burst out, there is a little bit of fire from the lamp there, from them bursting the door open, but this really helps. So it looks like we're left with only one enemy. Take him out pretty easy and wait for the fire to die down so that we can exit. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to run around and look for any possible ammunition. I'm not seeing any. It's all just opportunities. So we can exit through the door that they burst out of and
Looks like the fog
head
cleared up.
over to the red door across the street. We are going to go into the alley on the right first, just to pick up ammunition because I know that there is machine gun cartridges here. Once you've completed your search, you'll see that that lanyap that was on the wall is no longer there. Emily has already gotten it. So just head straight into this apartment with the red door and work your way up the stairs. Once we get to the top and open up the doors, we'll have a cutscene that you can go ahead and skip. And we're going to quickly do this
How do you
puzzle
save someone who
here.
doesn't wanna be saved?
Since we already know the code is
Well, I'm gonna
258,
get saved
grab
no
your
matter what.
talisman,
I just need to
place
find
it
the
on the
temple somehow.
sarcophagus, and input the code. And it's going to show us the next area that we need to go, which is, of course, to the desert. So when you go to leave, turn around, you'll see that the sarcophagus is opened. And as we pass through here, this is where we're going to end the video. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have found this helpful. And I can't wait to see all of you in part 9. Until then, Khajiit always has wares.